Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking over both Bricklink and ideas, and I am happy to say Bricklink is back, it's up, it's working, which I said a few videos ago it was down. So if you are now watching this video, now it's come out, then Bricklink is perfectly fine as of yesterday. So you can resume purchasing all your bricks, all your orders, and it's really handy because it means I can look at all the bricks whilst I'm building mocks, whilst I'm seeing mocks, and I think, oh, what's that brick called? I can go look over. It's made it so hard building on Studio without Bricklink because I just don't know half the names that both Bricklink and Lego give these pieces. But we do have a Bricklink order to go over in this video. You can see there's a load of pieces at the bottom. There's a Harry Potter card, and there's the big pieces that I've really wanted for my city for so long now. I've searched so many pad walls, none of them had them, and these were going for about 25 pence was the cheapest on Bricklink here in the UK. Well, I managed to snag these bad boys for 19p. Crazy deal, and a lot cheaper than the 85p that Lego sell them for. So I'm happy I bought them on Bricklink, and the order has arrived fully complete, no problems, of course, as always with my Bricklink order. So we'll get to this in a second, and then afterwards we'll go through my ideas. I've got 3 ideas, one of which has just finished, one of which has been rejected, and one of which will hopefully have been accepted by the time this video is up. So I'll leave a link to that one and the expired one in the description below. Even though it's expired, you can still check it out, and hopefully in about a month's time, or just under a month's time, I'll have a version 2 out, as I do want to improve it by New Year and get another model out. It did so well, but that is for later on in the video. And right now, let's look at the Bricklink order. So as you can see, and as I showed you earlier, we do have the big plates, these big grates, which are used in the Harry Potter set. I know the Chamber of Secrets and Fluffy's Lair has a few of these, and they come in different tan colours for all the other Harry Potter builds. And now that I've got a few, I would have loved to seen these on the pad wall, as I could have picked some up and used them for my own mocks. 8x8 is a great size. It's better than 6x6, for example, and they're just really handy. I only needed 4, and I probably could have got a few more. I think there was only like 6 at the store, so I couldn't have gone too mad. But I did pick up 4 for my city, and in a second you will see. Well, in fact, I'll probably include this in my next city update. I'll whack these on the stone wall, and you'll be able to see them down the alley, just holding back all the fancy rock work and making sure the cliff doesn't topple over underneath the lo-fi house. So I'll probably have a city update coming in a day or two. Stay tuned if you want to see these in the city. But for now, they'll go to the side, as we've got all of these pieces to look at. Now, I think the most interesting pieces here are, of course, the Harry Potter cards. You can see I have picked up 6 of these for my fiance, as they're no longer sold in the Harry Potter sets. Haven't for a while, I don't think. And these are the correct ones that we've been missing. You can see off to the side here, I've actually got this 8x8 plate of the ones that we've already got, and even got all of the duplicates that we've got from all the other sets. And as you can see, in fact, I've just realised we did have this character. You know what, we're going to hide that. But as you can see, there are plenty of duplicates that we got, especially there was a Hermione polybag, I think, that you could actually see which card it was, but we only found one of them, so it wasn't too good. But we do now have the last 6, and if I get up online an image of the order of the cards, just to make sure I'm not putting them in the wrong order, we can see that this first one here is Nicholas Flamel, and he is on a golden wizard card right next to Dumbledore's silver card, and then of course he also has a gold one. I suppose this is more of a platinum card. You can see all the wizards that we already have. You've got Snape, you've got Godric Gryffindor, you've got Lockhart, you've got Slytherin, you've got Maxime, you've got Newt, you've got Seraphina, you've also then got Ravenclaw and Ollivander. And you'll see on the image that I put up earlier, Ravina Ravenclaw, second from last, actually uses Ollivander's image, so it's a little slip up that they've had there, but it's not too bad. And we'll get the rest of these on. Of course, we've got Minerva. We've also then got the one that we may or may not have already had, which goes right before Ravenclaw. We've also got Bertie Bott. And finally, last but not least, we have Helga Hufflepuff. So you can see that now completes the 16 wizard cards, and they do look pretty wizard. So this will go back on my fiance's Harry Potter collection, and I'm just happy I was able to pick up all of the wizard cards. So we can clear out these other cards and take a quick look at all the other pieces. Now, you may be wondering what all these pieces have in common, and these are actually pieces for the future magazine builds, because Europe has already got the November magazine from the LEGO Star Wars theme. We're able to see the next magazine issue, which is the December one, and I had a few pieces that I just didn't own from both the November one, the December one, and even one of the old ones, the Yoda Starfire, which might have been last month's build. So I ordered a few of the pieces so that I could build them, and there'll be a video coming up, a year of LEGO Star Wars magazine, which will go through all the different builds and compare the different minifigures we got to perhaps last year, and week for week, if each magazine is worth its value. So this is a video that is in the making. You can see a whole range of pieces here, a lot of these bar studs and candle elements for the ATTE, but this will be coming again in a future video. So subscribe, hit the button just down below for both the city update and for this video, so you don't miss out what I use the bricks for. And now, earlier on in the video I did say we'll be taking a look at my LEGO Ideas sets, and the first one I ever published, it was September the 5th 2023, is this mannequin hand ring holder, which initially I used to hold my rings and my jewellery, but now I'm actually using it to hold the Harry Potter wand that we got to build in Leicester Square's LEGO store for September the 1st as a sort of Back to Hogwarts Harry Potter event. So I'll whack an image somewhere on the screen of that, and I will be revising this for December or perhaps January. I'll try to get it in December before Christmas, and just improving the model. You can see this has been pieced together very quickly. I mean, it did do pretty well. It got 37 supporters, so thank you to everyone that supported it. And I did rubbish with advertising this. I think I slipped it into the end of one of my videos. So not only did it not have its own video, but it was right at the end when most people had already finished watching and skipped their way through. And pretty much straight away got about 22, 23 people supporting it. So thank you to everyone. I know loads of you have commented, and I do appreciate all the support this has got. It surprised me it's done so well for the first version. It did get a total of 37, the last one being November 4th, which was pretty much right before, perhaps even the day that it shut down. I think it was on the 5th. I think you get 2 months to hit 100 supporters. As you can see, 2 months to hit 100 supporters isn't too bad. This idea did get about 20 within the first 5 days, which is insane. Had I published it a bit more, it might have done well, but I definitely want to revise this. This was just whacked together pretty quickly. You can see all the joints are still showing and the fingers aren't too round, so I'll be improving this, whacking this up some point in December, and this time I'll give it its own video, so you'll see it up on the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss that one as well. Just to go over how Ideas works, if you hit 10,000 supporters, you get thrown into a mix of all the 10,000 supporters, and experts will review it, LEGO designers will look at it, see which one is most likely to become a LEGO set, and a popular LEGO set at that. They are still trying to sell these, and then the winners will be announced. Usually it's 1 or 2. I'm not sure how many sets actually get picked, but I can do a video going over all of the sets from this year that have got 10,000 supporters, as they're currently looking at making the 2025 LEGO sets. So we get quite a head start on the LEGO Ideas that will be turned into sets, which is quite nice. It really builds up the excitement for them. If you hit 100 supporters, you get an extra year to hit the next milestone, and 1,000 gets you an extra 182. Same for 5,000, and once you've hit 10,000, you've hit the review stage, so they'll then add that to the list for the next review. So if I can get anywhere near 10,000 with any of my ideas to come, that would just be amazing. But the mannequin hand, at the end of the day, is just something useful to whack on your desk, and it's not for everyone. I don't think this will become a set. It's not exactly set material, it's not what I see, but it's a great idea, and I had to whack it on there. So now I'm going to back it, and I'll come back with version 2, and as long as it does better, I'll just keep improving it. But the main idea that I've just submitted is for the Lego 15 years of ideas. Now we'll get to why this was rejected in a minute, but overall I think this does look really cool. What I've done is taken inspiration from a load of idea sets, I know, and built a giant 15. You can see you've got the blacksmith, you've got Home Alone, you've then got the Viking village, which was the sort of fisherman port, Sanderson Sisters cottage, lighthouse, A-frame with a miniature tree house. You then got the Sonic Green Hill Rush. You've also got the jazz band with a red fender in the back, another idea set, an office block based on the office idea set, a football table, a disco build from the BTS music video set. We've then got a bunch of ladybugs, bees, praying mantis, beetles, butterflies from that idea set, a typewriter, a starry night sort of build, and the tales throughout space. So the problem with this is, whilst it does look really cool, and you can see I have put as much detail in as I can, I've given a few close-ups and you can see the fender in the jazz band and the treehouse. The problem with it is I didn't read the rules, and this is completely on me. You can see submission should show off what Lego ideas means to you. I've included the ideas, contain the number 15. It quite literally is. The bit that I didn't read, not contain any past, present or future Lego idea sets. Well, I've contained about 15 Lego idea sets in this, so I mean there is quite literally 18 idea sets in this build, and there's nothing I've put my own inspiration into. I guess I've put my own spin on all of these and it does still look pretty cool, but it's purely based off idea sets. There is no unique thought coming from this, so I have now remixed this and turned this into my next submission, which is 15 years of my Lego creations. What I did for this set was decided to go back to my childhood playing with Lego, what themes I played with. I do mention that Power Miners was one of my favourite growing up, so I had to include a micro build there. You can see there's a digger, there's a few little monsters dotted around there, there's the crystal up top, and I've even got the mech facing off against the giant crystal monster, and a little cave full of dynamite ready to blow a hole in it. So I've included a few of the older themes. Also got Johnny Thunder up here in a pyramid from the Adventures lines. We got the Aqua Zone here, which again is a miniature. I only got the submarine, so I did build a mini submarine in there, but you've got the shark, you've got the octopus or squid, dependent what you thought it was. I think it was a squid, but I definitely thought it was an octopus at the time. We've also got the castle theme, which does have a little crown fit for a king, and you can see he's on his throne there, just living like royalty. The pirate ship in the captain's office includes the map, and you can see the captain steering the ship, and you've also got some crewmates just hanging out on the deck with their bottles of booze, a para, a lantern, just made it look like a classic pirate ship. You've also got the Pharaoh's headpiece in this adventurers section, and I was going to include C-3PO's head as a little nod to Indiana Jones or something, but thought no, I've got to include the Pharaoh's headpiece from the set. And you can actually see on the desk here you've got the hook, which is from one of the main villains in the line of sets, and even the space has an Easter egg. You can see the purple helmet just underneath from the recent DJ astronaut. So I thought it was very fun. You've got the robots, you've got the yellow and blue spaceman, a micro version of the Space Explorer, which you see not only back in the day, but they also redid it last year, which is why we've got the yellow and red space torsos currently in the Pick-a-Brick. So this is what Lego sort of means to me. This is how I started, and it was about 15 years that I got my first set. I think 15 years in January I would have picked up my first set, the Clone Walker Battle Pack, which I actually have just up here. You can see this is the first set I picked up, and it's crazy to think it was 15 years ago. So I might have to do something special with this mock in a month or two's time, just to remember my first set, make something special with it. So stay tuned, subscribe for that as well. You are subscribing so many times that there is so many videos to come. Honestly, we've got the city update, we've got the Star Wars magazines, you've got all my builds in the new year, and I will be making use of this space in the new year, building some big mocks. I do have to clean it up. I might do a video getting it sorted because I've just dumped minifigures. I've got a case of brick separators. I've got the Advent, of course, which I'll be opening every single day for December. Well, up to Christmas, I guess. And then I'll be doing a big video reviewing it afterwards. And guess what? You can subscribe to not miss it. Turn on notifications whilst you're there. And I hope you enjoyed my set. Hopefully this is up by the time the video goes out, because I did submit this yesterday and the video will be going out in a day or two. I think actually this is the video for tomorrow. So if this is accepted, I'll leave a link down in the description so you can check it out. This isn't something you can vote for, so you don't have to be supporting this, but if you do like it and there's something you think could be improved, or perhaps you want to leave a comment, you can comment on it. Likewise, you can comment on this video, and I hope you enjoyed looking at the idea sets. It's something I want to start getting into because there's so many ideas I can just funnel through this, and you never know, one day I might even see a set with my own name on. So that is really the dream here, and that is all for this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and may the bricks be with you always.